taking some video.
Okay, hi Elise.
Hi.
Nashville, I love Nashville.
Yeah? Spending time in Tennessee?
I went to Nashville twice. I went to her, I guess, on the Ryno show, and another time. She loves it. She's from Montana. She was in LA for a while.
Are you originally from California?
I was born in Nebraska, but when I was about 3 years old, I
And when you, speaking of California, you started off basically as a dancer and one of the
yeah, that's right.
How do you get from dancing to being, you know, a film and television star? How did that happen?
I think it's a slow progression, but I certainly didn't expect it. I was a dancer. I was in New York, and I was modeling, trying to pay the bills. I really wanted to sing, and songwriting is really what I love.
Really? Nashville would be a great place for you. We've got all the great songwriters.
I'm gonna quit and come to Nashville. I started loving country. I didn't grow up loving country, but I started loving it because of my girlfriend. She introduced it to me, and I started really listening to it. So for the last like 10 years or so, and I'm a big like Patty Griffin fan, Alison Krauss. I love that music. But yeah, so then I got into acting. Someone sent me to an audition. The casting director said you should go out for this other role, and then next thing you know, I'm acting. But I definitely work hard at it, and I love it. It's not something I anticipated.
Through your modeling and your dancing and your acting, and you were voted one of people's most beautiful people twice. I mean, where do you find that people most recognize you from?
The show that I did called Journeyman. Isn't that funny? That's the show that people say, oh, I'm such a fan of Journeyman.
And tell Falling Skies, though, I really think that this is going to be a big show.
Thank you, I hope so.
Tell me a little bit about your character on the show.
I play a former pediatrician who lost my family during the invasion. You see, the show picks up 6 months after the invasion, and I start to develop a relationship, a platonic relationship with Noah Wine's character, Tom Mason. And I am the head doctor of our group.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yes.
Do your girlfriends, like in real life, are they like, you are so lucky. You are developing a relationship with Noah?
Well, my girlfriends came and visited me on set. I think he wasn't working that day. Yeah, they're like, what is he like?
Right. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
So, that's okay. I'm like, he's standing behind me. And I forgot where I was.
Because we're talking about Noah.
Oh, God.
You've worked with some, very prominent leading men, though.
Yeah, I have. Such a variety.
Tay Diggs. Noah Wiley. Who is the best kisser?
Oh my goodness.
Of leading men?
Well, we don't really, like, the kiss is kind of a fake kiss when we kiss. It's real, but it's like, it's not the same,
Right.
And it's never, like, it's always a little awkward.
Is it really?
Yeah, sometimes it's a little awkward because you've got all these people watching you while you're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you're doing it on stage. But I don't know.
Does your character play any part with the harnessing situation? The aliens harness the children, and basically they run like, a miniature army is what it appears like to me.
I'm definitely part of the de-harnessing, because there's another doctor that shows up, but I help with de-harnessing the children, monitoring their vital signs, and just making sure that they're okay psychologically, physiologically, and I do end up having interaction with the aliens and learning more about the harnesses.
The aliens are unlike anything that we've seen really in any portrayal of aliens in the past. What was your first reaction when you saw
loved it. I especially love the skitters. They look sort of like spiders and hard octopus, and you saw them. They look great, and they move, and they're very slinky and slimy and terrifying. And there was also a man there was a suit. Some of it's CGI, and some of it's the guy actually in the suit, and people a puppeteer working his legs, and that was kind of interesting too. That's something I'd never done before.
Is it difficult to have an alien as a co-star?
No, because he didn't do a lot of talking, so he was nice. He was very compliant.
Right. A little bit more about your character and your relationship with Noah. You say it's pretty much like a platonic.
It starts that way. It slowly and subtly progresses to something romantic, but barely, because we both lost our spouse. And then really, when you're dealing with a post-apocalyptic setting, it's really about survival. Romance is a luxury that you just can't afford. that, and Anne is always his confidant. She's someone who believes in him. She's always kind of the voice of the people, like letting the other character know who's in charge of the military in New that this is about protecting humanity. This is about remember that there are weak and there are old people here, and we can't forget to protect them. And that if we lose our sense of humanity, then all is bad.
There's a lot of billboards up in Nashville.
Is there?
Promoting the show.
Wow.
And people that are listening to us right now. Is this a family show? Is this something that,
Yes.
that everybody can come in and watch? Because these aliens invade and they do awful things.
I think it's a family show because it's not so dark that that your children, I think, will be disturbed. It's not gruesome. It's thought provoking. It's really about family. The primary story is about people and the Mason family. The secondary story is the science fiction element of the aliens. So I think men can watch it and enjoy the sci-fi, and the women can also love all those interpersonal relationships.
I agree. One of my favorite scenes in the premiere, without spoiling it, was the birthday party.
Yeah, and that was Bob Rodat. He said that's my most important thing that I can write in this story, that we have some sort of normalcy and structure in a world that is just completely gone mad. Yeah, I love it. I love the birthday scene too. It's sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Without being overly sentimental.
It really is, and Will's character, you can almost see a softer side to him, just with an unspoken soft side
He's quite
to his
gentle.
reaction to that.
He's intense, but he's quite gentle, both in person and the character. There's a real dichotomy in him, and his gentleness is just sweet and as pure as snow.
Moon, can't wait for the big premiere coming up on Father's Day, Sunday night on TNT. Thanks so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Can you do a quick liner? That's the station, and yeah.
Is it Ryno on 1075 The River?
On 1075.
10, you say, okay. And no, hi, this is Moon?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Hey, this is Moon Bloodgood, and you're listening to Ryno on 1075 The River. Hey, this is Moon Bloodgood, and you're listening to Ryno on 1075 The River.
Just a professional. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.